What's going on, everybody? It's Popsky99. Today, we are going to do a Halloween candy tier list. We've got our tier list made up, and we have all of these candies here today. So, we are going to try each and every one of these and rank them according to my personal opinion. And we also have a little extra panel, a little jury panel of fellow streamers, Outsider FM and Melted Lyric Original. Boys, are you there?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Let's start with what I consider to be quintessential Halloween candy. Snickers. It's going to show up every time. You're going to get a bunch of them.
Like, look on the top of a Snickers, man. You got that Snickers vein.
It got the vein. It
got the vein.
The one thing about a Snickers, you know, a big part of their marketing is you eat it when you're actually like hungry.
Yeah.
And because it's a very bulky candy, on Halloween, you're trying to get through as much candy as possible. And a Snickers is going to fill you up quick, even if it is a fun size one.
Right.
So, as Halloween candy, I'm going to put it an A. It does not go S.
At the end of the day, I think the criteria should be you're a kid going trick-or-treating. Somebody gives this to you. How likely are you going to be like, oh, hell yeah,
How hyped
versus
do you
like,
get?
oh, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Okay, so next we have Milky Way. So, not near as much of the vein on top, but kind of more of a swirl, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Lacks the bulk of a Snickers. It is lighter. Honestly, as a candy bar, I kind of prefer it. It's a Three Musketeers, but with caramel, basically. When you get it, you kind of are like,
It's like,
damn.
oh yeah, it's good.
But because you don't know it until you're eating it, you do not get very hyped for it when you see it, which is why as a Halloween candy, it's going to go B. I do have to say, last night, I was sitting at my computer. I was playing games. I wanted a snack, particularly some Halloween candy. What did I grab? Milky Ways.
Because you're a fucking weirdo.
Well, we don't have to.
No,
We don't have to go there. Next up, we're going to go with a Kit Kat. Kit Kat comes strong. Kit Kat also comes in the same category, in my opinion. It's the only one that I think really does like the wafer style. Prints the name on the front. That goes hard. You got the snap. Too much pure chocolate in a Kit Kat, at least in the fun size. I feel like there's not enough. The ratio's a little off. I'm going to put it in B behind Milky Way. I think that they're pretty comparable. We're going with Three Musketeers next. It says just right on the front, which we'll see about that. Three Musketeers is one that I will never go for. It's got more of the vein structure of a Snickers on the front. It's like a fluff inside almost, like a marshmallowy. And I don't love the flavor. So I'm going to go all the way to D with the Three Musketeers.
Ooh, I could respect that.
What's the group consensus?
I mean, if you want something lighter, I guess. But
Yeah. For something to be down in F, for me, I don't have them on here just because I didn't even want to taste them. Mounds and Almond Joy. Those would have been instant.
I love those.
Those would have been instant F tier for me. So, now we're moving on to Baby Ruth. Dry roasted peanuts, rich caramel, and smooth nougat. Now, Snickers, it says peanuts, caramel, and nougat. So I do not know what the practical difference is. So I actually, taste-wise, I like it more than a Snickers. There's a reason that this is the first time I've ever eaten one. No one gives them out. If we're basing this on how hype you get, it's got to go D. Twix really is interesting. It brands itself as a cookie bar. I mean, it's a Twix. It's good. It's always been good. It was the one that my parents would try and steal from me the most, which I think adds value. Because if an adult is trying to steal this from a kid, you know it's good, right?
oh yeah,
So this is actually going to be my first S tier. Twix goes S for me.
Wow.
wow.
2 more candy bars left. Butterfinger unwrapped minis. That one tastes kind of weird. I'm not going to hold that against that. But I know pretty well what a Butterfinger tastes like, I feel. It's an evergreen treat. And for that reason, it's going to top a S tier.
I'll be right back, by the way.
Okay. And this would be a great time to talk about my sponsor, Skillshare.
If you sign up today on Skillshare.com, you'll get 3 free months.
See, now if you go to Skillshare.com,
Shut up.
you'll
No
get
more Skillshare. We're going to go with a Hershey's.
So I was busting it down, sexual style.
Hershey's bar.
They're always just like, you could just pop one in your mouth and just go.
If you get it while you're trick-or-treating, it's a great candy to eat while you're actively, like, still going, like, mid trick-or-treating session. And so, controversial take, it goes A tier. Okay, so that's all our candy bars. Now, Starburst, I have interesting opinions on. I feel like I probably like Starburst more than most people.
What are your top flavors?
Number 1 goes to cherry. Number 1 goes red. Very chewy. It can last you a long time. You can almost chew it like gum. It's like gum that you can swallow. That's basically what Starburst is. I'm going to say it goes bottom of B tier. Now, next up, we're going to go with Dots. Very rarely eaten Dots. I consider Dots like an old people candy. I've grabbed a few of the flavors here. I have the red, the green, and the yellow, just to give myself, you know, kind of an accurate assessment of the swath. That's actually pretty good. I could see myself polishing off a box of those, but you're not that excited. So I think that this is going to go as my first C tier pick. They're fun looking, but you don't think of them as a go-to. Next up, we're going to go with Twizzlers. You know, a little controversial. These are not actual Twizzlers. I got Twizzlers Bites.
Oh,
So
ban them right now.
I know. The Twizzler Bites are cherry flavored, but the regular Twizzlers are actually strawberry flavored. So they're not even the same flavor as a regular Twizzler. Very chewy, very hard to get through, very waxy tasting. There's definitely much better licorice style candy that's out there. I'm going to have to put Twizzlers as a Halloween candy. They're going bottom of D.
Skylar, I am the one that gets excited at Twizzlers.
That's right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go F. I'm going F on Twizzlers. All right, next we're going with Swedish Fish. Swedish Fish and I have a long and sordid past, but it says Swedish on every fish. I did not get excited for these. And I don't, and I won't. They're going to go to D. So now we're going to the more fun version of Swedish Fish, just Sour Patch Kids. We've got some Sour Patch Kids. I picked my 3 favorite flavors, the red, the yellow, and the blue. They're just so good.
I gotta agree with you there.
I'm not even going to try and justify it. It goes S. It goes above Twix for me. Sweet Tarts and Smarties. I'm doing Smarties first, by the way. There's a lot of good memories attached to Smarties. I think they're good. I spent so many Chuck E. Cheese points on those suckers. See, Stingray knows. Stingray knows. It's going C, and it's going top of C. I think that's going to be a controversial move, especially for the young man in the chat right now who is already saying that they have to go F. It angers me, and I don't trust your list anymore. Okay. So now we're moving on to what some would consider, you know, Smarties' bigger, better brother, Sweet Tarts. I love Sweet Tarts. I love them a lot. S.
Oh.
Bottom of S.
Dude, again,
Stingray's
Stingray
accusing me
literally,
of bullying
dude.
him. You can chew them up and, you know, have a good time, or you can like suck on them to prolong it. You can. I said it, and I'll say it again. You can suck on them. That's right. And I think that they're very delicious. Okay, so now we're moving on to what's kind of the miscellaneous remaining. And we're going to start off with another one that's bound to generate a lot of controversy. It's one of the most controversial candies that I think that there is. And that's candy corn. Everyone has their shit to say about candy corn. I think it's a shame that it's kind of a seasonal candy. Spoiler alert, I do like the taste a lot. I think candy corn goes bottom of A for me.
Well, look at what we have in the S tier. There's no fucking way that I will put candy corn anywhere close to any of those. You know, whatever I said about Twizzlers before, candy corn makes Twizzlers look S tier to me. It could fit in an S tier if you're talking about the worst candies for Halloween. You know what I mean? Like, if anybody actually picks candy corn, hey, you want Sweet Tarts, you want candy corn, and they pick candy corn, I think you're a lizard person or something. Like, I do not think you're a real human being. No way. Anybody who hasn't been, like, conditioned by a CIA agent would actually pick, you know, like, it's just, I'm sorry.
Put Sweet Tarts in S, don't even talk. Stingray, listen. Sweet Tarts, unfortunately for you, are delicious. If you have to disagree with that, that's okay and I respect you. But I do so a little less than I did before this conversation started. So think about that. Okay, we're going to kind of speed run these ones. Let's go York first. This is old people candy tier. I think these go top of F as far as a Halloween candy. We're going with hot tamales. Now, I ate these a bunch as a kid. It kind of just depends on if we like cinnamon or not. I'm going to say middle of C. It's better than Smarties and Dots. I don't think that I'd get as hyped for it as Nerds. We'll go Milk Duds.
I've always liked Whoppers more than I've liked Milk Duds.
I'm the world's biggest Whopper hater. This goes bottom of B for me. We're going to go with a Hershey's Kiss.
See, and those, I feel like I have to put in the exact same place as a Hershey's bar, because it really doesn't taste any different for me. They're more wasteful.
That's right. I think it's easier to eat than a regular Hershey's bar. I think it goes right above a regular Hershey's. Peanut M&Ms are F? You're a psychopath. Tired of you. All this to say, peanut M&Ms go top of A for me. All right, we got Reese's. I mean,
I already know what I'm going to say to both of these
do
next choices.
we need to even really talk about it? It just goes to the
Reese's?
top.
Top of S tier, man.
It's just the greatest. It's just the best
It is.
one.
The pieces, I don't think they suck, but I really don't think they're that good.
I'm gonna blow your mind.
All right.
I'm gonna blow your
what do you
mind.
think? Blow my mind, bro.
It goes top of A.
Okay, but I can't be surprised because you also have candy corn in A tier, and I think that's wrong.
I'm gonna make one final change, and then this is gonna be the finalized version of this list. Nerds goes up above Milk Duds. Nerds moves into B tier. If you disagree with me, unfortunately, you are just wrong. You actually are no longer allowed to speak, but this is how I feel. This is the correct layout. It's been wonderful hanging out with everyone. Be ready for potentially a Star Wars Force Unleashed video within the next week. I love you all. Thanks for stopping by. And we will see you all next time.